His sold-out crowd is on its feet tonight here in St. Louis, Missouri.
These fans are so excited, I'm having a hard time staying in my own seat myself.
I'm with you on that, partner. We've got a great show here tonight for these St. Louis fans, and I can't wait to get started.
I think these superstars are going to keep it up until they've got literally nothing left to give.
And that's the attitude you have to take to win. You know that your opponent isn't going to hold anything back, and you can't afford to either.
I'd love to know you're coming up with this stuff, because it sure ain't from personal experience.
Great reversal.
A lot of people think that Randy Orton's just an overhyped pretty boy, but I respect his accomplishments.
What, you mean like turning on the people who supported him and stabbing them in the back?
No, I mean like becoming the youngest world heavyweight champion in history and having one of the longest intercontinental title reigns of the last decade.
I'd have more respect for those achievements if Orton didn't earn them with such...
Time for another superstar to join the match.
I certainly don't envy the referee in this match.
No kidding. No matter what call you make, you're going to get on the bad side of at least one superstar.
And that's about the last place you want to be if you're not a superstar yourself. Trust me, I know.
Watch it. There's the cover.
2.
I don't know. He's putting a lot on the line going up there.
He could hit his opponent right here. 2. Edge is such a jerk. I'm amazed that he still has a job on Raw after some of the stuff he's pulled.
Maybe Edge doesn't. Looks like someone's moving up in the world. Welcome to the party, pal. The more the merrier. The Undertaker's got an impressive history here in WWE, but
come on, ref. That should have been a disqualification right there.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Bottom line is, it ain't.
I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
I don't say this too often, but I completely agree with you. This has all the makings of a nice, long rivalry.
I don't know how nice it is. There's the pin. Can his opponent kick out?
It really sticks in my... He likes fighting dirty, and it's easy...
He's got him covered. 2. Look at these fans. They didn't like that one bit. Here he comes. What's this going to do to the match?
This could be 3 right here.
2. It's
so great seeing these superstars in competition here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
A high-risk maneuver in the works from that top turnbuckle. He anticipated that move perfectly.
This has been a great match so far, but I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved. But if you're going to be snippy, I'm just going to...
This is going to be big, one way or the other.
He's going for the cover.
2.
Now, there's a superstar with guts. These top rope moves, though, are high risk. You got to be careful. Time's up. Another superstar's coming in.
It's been...
I don't think the fans like that one too much.
He's going for the pin. This could be it.
That isn't going to make you popular, but you got to do whatever it takes to win. Here's the pin. This could be
2.
it.
3.
Orton's never backed down from a fight. His mouth might get him in trouble, but he's always ready for it.
Are we talking about the same Randy Orton? It seems like the only...
You know, there's such a thing as playing to the crowd too much, and that's what I'm seeing here.
I disagree. He's wrestled this match his way all along, and now we see it paying off.
Wow, great reversal. He's 3 seconds away from victory.
He was one step ahead on that one.
Nice quick counter there. I've been looking forward to this match all night.
So have I. It's certainly been one of the most anticipated matchups in recent weeks.
And usually when you got that kind of hype, it's tough to live up to expectation, but these superstars aren't having any trouble doing that.
They sure aren't. And that's an impressive thing in and of itself.
Look at these superstars go. It's obvious that they've done their homework on each other.
That's for sure. This match might have been over by now if they had.
90% of a match is the preparation. You got to come in ready for battle. This is just dumb. You don't win a match by taunting your opponent to death.
I disagree. Getting the crowd on your side can be a huge psychological boost. I don't think anyone in this match has even considered that they might not walk out the winner.
Of course not. That's the kind of attitude that gets you beat quicker than anything.
And that's something I don't think people realize. The mental conditioning of the WWE superstars is just as impressive as the physical conditioning.
There's the reversal. These superstars give everything they've got when they're in a match like this, but a lot of people don't realize what they sacrifice behind the scenes, too.
No question. He's going for the pin.
2. Seeing a match like this makes me proud.
You've seen this before. He'll do whatever it takes to win and take every advantage he can.
Of course he will. That's what you got to do to survive in this business. Here's the pin. 2, 3. Edge is so quick and so deadly, you can't take your eyes off of him for a second.
And that's doubly true if you're the referee. I don't think Edge has ever met a rule he wouldn't break.
No shame in that. If you don't get caught, it's not cheating.
I don't think there's ever been a more dominant superstar in WWE than the legendary dead man, The Undertaker.
Yeah, but you can only stay on top of the mountain for so long, and the dead man's been there for a long, long...
And here's the cover!
2.
Night after night, the WWE superstars, look at him, he's just right
on the mat, shoulders down. 2. This could be it.
3. Oh, I think he's through playing around.
That's an understatement. What a wicked execution.
There's the cover. Can he do
2, 3. Talk about...
And there's the pin. What a reversal! This capacity crowd is certainly getting its money's worth here tonight.
And it's a good thing, too. If they're not, he could get the pin right here. I know the internet loves CM Punk. The kid is overrated.
Top rope moves can win or lose you the match. There's very little middle ground.
Cena spends a lot of time running his mouth. If I were him, I'd put that energy into improving my ring skills.
Cena's a multiple-time WWE champion. How much more improvement do you really need?
Listen, if you're not constantly trying to improve, you're going to get overtaken by a guy who is. Cena better keep that in mind. He slipped out of that one. It's crazy to think that we actually get paid to do a job like this. There's thousands of people out there who would do this for free.
Really? Maybe I should look into that. I could get a better broadcast partner and save the company some money at the same time.
Keep it up, and you're going to find out exactly how tough it is to do this job with your jaw wired shut.
So much can go wrong from that top turnbuckle.
Randy Orton he's going up, and what goes up must come down.
He wasted no time going for that pin.
My God, would you look at that? Talk about a crimson mask.
It's unfortunate, but you always run that risk in a match like this.
Unfortunate? What are you talking about? This is great. Man, what a match. Kids, if you're watching...
His opponent is groggy, and he's making the most of it.
Execution. Big move. There isn't an ounce of quit in these superstars.
There certainly isn't. They're in this one to the bitter end. I don't know if this is such a good move. This could be disastrous.
These superstars are at the top of their game, but only one of them is going to have his hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far.
So what? You want to say that everybody...
A big New England welcome from Portland, Maine. This is good old JR, Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Long.
I've never seen a crowd so fired up, JR. They can't wait to get started, and neither can I.
That makes two of us, King. I don't think Portland's going to know what hit it after tonight. Oh, boy. The adrenaline is pumping. I think this could be the beginning of the end.
No, it can't end like this. Come on, do something, quick.
Boy, Booker T will tell you how great he is until your jackdumb ears fall. Quite frankly, I'd rather see him put up. This capacity crowd is solidly behind their superstar. Look at this.
Wow, could you be any more biased, JR? How about some fair and balanced commentary? Ugh.
I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You've got to have some excellent conditioning to be able to do what they do.
Well, that's the name of the game, JR. You got to keep moving. No dog ever peed on a moving car.
Oh, that's a lovely image, King. I'd ask you where you come up with this stuff, but I don't think I want to know, quite frankly. Oh, he countered that and made it look easy.
Lashley's got all the size and strength anyone could ask for, but I don't know if that... Uh-oh. Come on. You got to stop this guy before he really gets going.
I don't think that's going to happen, King. He's built up too much momentum to be stopped now. He's all fired up now, King, and I'd hate to be on the receiving end.
I don't think his opponent's got a hope of hurting him now. What does he think he's doing? He's just showing off for the crowd now.
He's wrestling the match his way, and I think it's going to pay off, mark my words. I'm a raw man through and through, but I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't love to have a superstar like Rey Mysterio on the roster.
Why would you want to do something like that to Mysterio, JR? Everyone on Raw is at least twice his size. Then destroy him.
I highly doubt that, King. We've seen Rey Mysterio get in the ring with some of the biggest, meanest superstars in all of sports entertainment, and he's won more than his fair share of matches against. You're not going to get him with that one. How do you approach a match with someone like the 7'3", 420-pound Great Khali?
Well, part of the problem is that there aren't any guys like him. All you can do is just keep moving and don't let him get his hands on you.
And I can only imagine that that's a lot easier said than done. Khali must take up at least a quarter of the ring, and there's a little something for the crowd. The best superstars never ignore their fans.
The best superstars also finish off their opponents instead of giving them time to recover.
Whoever wins this fight might just win the match.
It's a long way down for whoever loses this fight, JR. Watch out! He reversed it! Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their paths were going to cross sooner or later, and I'm glad I'm here to see it.
Me too. It almost makes it worth having to sit next to you and listen to those corny expressions of yours. What the heck is a government mule anyway?
It's what you get beat like when you're in the middle of a slobber knocker.
Look at this! The briefcase is within reach! Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's gonna go.
What are you talking about, King? I think this is still an extremely competitive match that could go either way.
You know, JR, it's obvious that the only exercise you get is stretching the truth or jumping to conclusions.
Well, judging from the shape I'm in, I don't appear to be doing too much.
He could win the Money in the Bank match right here. If he gets that briefcase, this one's over. Can you believe we actually get paid to do this job, JR?
This one is over if he grabs that briefcase.
After some of the things we've seen in this ring, JR, I think we'd better remind the folks at home not to try this stuff themselves.
That's for damn sure, King. The WWE superstars are trained professionals.
And even they don't walk away from every match in the best shape.
They sure don't.
Oh no! What are you doing?
My God! A choke slam! All the way from hell!
Oh no! I don't like the looks of this.
He's got the fans behind him, King, and his opponent, if he grabs that briefcase, this match is over. This is Raw action at its finest. That's why Raw is the #1 brand of sports entertainment.
You got that right, JR. You're not going to see this kind of action on SmackDown.
Not on SmackDown. He could take that briefcase and the match right here.
This is a mistake, JR. Everyone knows that overconfidence costs superstars matches.
That might be true, King, but all I see is a very confident superstar who's got everything going his way. Excellent counter. What ring presence.
Man, is there even going to be anything left of these?
I can't believe what I'm seeing. He used his opponent's own finishing move.
You can look at any professional sport you want, JR, and you won't find more incredible athletes than the WWE superstars.
You're not wrong, King. They compete every week until they are physically in.
This is gonna be it! That briefcase is coming down for sure!
He's a slippery devil.
So, how do you think this one's gonna turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have absolutely no idea. Anything can happen here in the WWE.
But you've got to have a guess, right?
I might, but I'd rather keep it to myself if it's all the same to you, King.
You saw that one coming. You talk about ruthless aggression. He's so close to that contract, he can taste it. These two are fighting for their lives.
The briefcase is within reach. This match is within seconds of being over.
Wow, what a shot! He's been busted wide open. That's gonna need stitches for sure.
Stitches, hell, that might mean the end of this match. He's risking serious injury by continuing to compete.
There's no rewards without risk, JR. And these are WWE superstars. They're not gonna stop the match just because of a little blood.
I tell you, King, I've got no earthly idea how these superstars can maintain this intensity week after week after week.
It's not easy. This could be it, JR. He's almost got it.
I'll be honest with you, King. This is not the way I thought this match would go at all.
Me neither, JR. I guess that just goes to show that anything can happen in the WWE.
I think that's the nail right on the head, King. And it's that unpredictability that makes it so exciting.
Jeff Hardy's aerial offense is amazing, but if you can keep him grounded,
Neither combatant can afford to lose this fight and fall to the mat.
look at this, just a little further.
He's reaching for the coveted briefcase. Can he do it?
They know there's not enough room for both. Oh man, that briefcase is so close. This could be it. If any superstar shows the slightest hint of weakness, they've lost the match.
That's for sure. No matter how beat up you are, you can't ever let your opponent know. What a battle! Neither superstar can afford to be knocked off the ladder. He's mere inches from victory in this Money in the Bank match. Both superstars are fighting to stay on the ladder. This Lashley is an absolute monster. We've seen him decimate just about every opponent he's ever stepped into the ring against.
Yeah, but it's only a matter of time before Lashley's luck runs out.
Luck has nothing to do with it, King. This young man is strong, he's fast, and he's got more power than the electric company.
I can't argue with any of that, JR. He's just a few inches from victory.
Boy, what an incredible competitor Rey Mysterio is. I have to say that pound for pound, he might be the most exciting superstar on the SmackDown roster.
That's an easy claim to make, JR. Mysterio only weighs about 90 pounds soaking wet with a brick in each pocket.
Will you stop it? He's 165 pounds and 5'6". He might be on the smaller end of the spectrum, but that doesn't diminish his ability.
If you say so, JR, I still think Mysterio should hit the yellow brick road and get himself back.
Look at the intensity of these two superstars trying to stay on the ladder.
This great Khali is a bona fide monster. I feel sorry for anyone who's got to get in the ring with him.
So do I. You get the feeling this freak of nature Khali isn't here just to win matches. He wants to end careers. A textbook reversal there.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody would be pushing up daisies. The Money in the Bank briefcase is only inches away.
These superstars are beating the heck out of each other. And this crap, whoever loses this fight might just lose the match too, JR. I think we're going to find out just how much punishment the human body can withstand here tonight.
I think you're right, King. These superstars seem intent on taking each other to the limit.
I love that attitude, JR. Go big or go home.
Well, these superstars sure aren't going home until this match is settled once and for all.
A fist fight 15 feet in the air. This isn't going to be pretty. Jeff Hardy's a great singles competitor, but tag team action is where he really shines.
Not to take away from the Hardys' multiple tag team title reigns, but Jeff has also enjoyed great solo success as a European, hardcore, and intercontinental champion.
Why do you always have to ruin a perfectly good argument by bringing facts into it?
Oh no, that last shot busted him open, and the blood is flowing freely.
This is great, JR. Where else besides the WWE can you see this kind of ruthless aggression?
I can't think of anywhere else, King, but I'm afraid I don't share your enthusiasm for this kind of brutality.
Whoever loses this fight is going to take a heck of a fall, JR. I know that last... Oh my gosh! He's almost got the briefcase! Oh no!
That last shot busted him wide open.
It sure did, JR. And if I can borrow one of your lines, business is picking up.
Business is business, King. That's a human being in there, and he's in bad shape now.
Oh!
blood, sweat, and tears have been shed in that very ring.
And I think there's going to be a lot more shed here tonight.
No doubt about that, King. These superstars are going to leave it all in the ring. You can count on that. This could be it. He could win this Money in the Bank match right here.
How can these fans be this excited about Rey Mysterio, JR?
Oh my! Looks like someone's been busted wide open. This can't be good.
You're right. It's not good. It's great. They're not holding anything back.
We knew these superstars weren't going to be easy on each other, but this is too much. These superstars are...
He's bringing the hammer down, JR.
He sure is. And the longer he holds that sledgehammer, the uglier it's going to get.
You think these fans have gotten their money's worth tonight, JR? You're not going to win a match by insulting your opponent.
No, but having the crowd behind you can certainly get the adrenaline pumping. My God, a thunderous blow from that sledgehammer.
Man, talk about getting hammered. The word giant gets thrown around a lot, but the Great Khali is the real deal.
He sure is. I can't even begin to imagine where they found a monster like the Great Khali.
I don't know, but I wish I did, just so I could stay the heck away from there.
You and me both, partner. I got a case of the limber tail just sitting this close to him.
I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows it's been up there for so long that would be no easy feat.
It's going to be a long way down for one of these two superstars.
This could be it. We could have our winner right here.
They're beating the heck out of each other, JR. Someone's going to take a tumble.
I'll tell you what, King, the WWE superstars are about the greatest athletes you'll find in any sport, period.
What do you mean, just about, JR? Do you actually think of anywhere else that you can see athletes of this caliber?
I was just going for a little humility there, King. I'm not surprised it was lost on you.
You gotta respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their career.
No question about it, King. Every superstar on the roster has had to make more sacrifices than any other professional athlete I know.
It really is like being married to your career. There's not much room for anything else.
And marriage is a subject which you happen to be something of an authority. Isn't that right? My God, look at the intensity of these superstars battling 15 feet above the ring. What an incredible performance. He's sizing up his opponent. This could be it.
There it is, JR. His patented scissors kick. I feel like the luckiest guy in the world, JR. I can't believe I actually get paid to do this job.
Well, don't let Mr. McMahon hear you say that, King, or you might wind up having to do it for free.
That's true. I don't want to say that Mr. McMahon's cheap, JR, but I heard he won't even tip a canoe. Only one of them's going to stay on that ladder, JR. Who's it going to be?
He is literally inches from victory in this Money in the Bank match. This has turned into a real slobber knocker, 15 feet in the air. Very few superstars has so completely dominated their opponents the way this young stud Lashley has done in his career thus far.
Yeah, but the problem with being the biggest guy around is that there's always somebody bigger waiting to take you down a peg. The intensity of these superstars is unbelievable.
No doubt about that, King. The fans are getting their money's worth here tonight.
I feel so lucky that I'm actually getting to see these superstars wrestle each other.
Me too, King. This one has the potential to become an instant classic. Look at the fire in the eyes of the great Khali. He's here to deliver a slobber knock.
Yeah, well, that's not hard to do when you're a 7-foot monster.
This match is going to continue until someone's completely debilitated. And considering the resiliency of these superstars, that's not going to be easy.
That's for sure. No one in this match is going down without a fight.
And I wouldn't expect any less from them, King. Like them or not, you've got to respect the tenacity of each and every WWE superstar.
He countered that one perfectly. I can't remember the last time I saw superstars this fired up. I don't think they've even considered the possibility that they might not win.
There's not an ounce of quit in either superstar, but only one will remain on the ladder. I'm sure these competitors have studied each other very carefully.
This match would be over by now if they hadn't, JR. You never get into the ring without doing your homework.
That would be a recipe for disaster for sure, King.
Remind me to never try and step between these guys, JR.
Both superstars are beating the hell out of each other on that ladder. It's great to hear the fans come alive every time Jeff Hardy sets foot in the ring.
Yeah, but I could do without all of his shrieking female fans.
Well, it sounds like someone's a little jealous. I'm sure you wouldn't mind nearly as much if they were shrieking at you.
I talked to these superstars backstage before the match, and I don't think I've ever seen competitors so ready to get it on.
And that's coming through loud and clear here tonight in this match. They're not taking it easy on each other either.
It's been said a million times, but I'll say it again. This isn't ballet. Ruthless aggression is the name of the game. I wonder if SmackDown's going to have anything nearly this good next Friday.
I think we both know the answer to that one, King. How could they compete with a match like this? These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
Yeah, and that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
But at the same time, King, no one makes it up the ladder without pushing themselves to the very limit. It's a very fine line to walk.
I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking it easy on each other tonight.
That's not what they signed up for, King. And quite frankly, I think these fans would be disappointed if they didn't go all out.
Well, that's easy for the fans to say. They never set foot inside that ring.
No, but they spend their hard-earned dollars to watch what goes on inside it. And without them, we'd all be out of a job.
I don't think there's going to be anything left of these superstars by the time they're done.
There may not be, King. They may well annihilate each other here tonight. This lashley is so...
Uh-oh. I think we know where he's going with this, JR.
What a sickening choke slam. All the way to hell.
I hate to admit it, but when I look at superstars like the great Khali, part of me is glad I don't wrestle that much anymore.
Are you seriously admitting that the great Khali intimidates you?
Don't go putting words in my mouth. I'm not saying I couldn't beat him. I'm just saying I'm glad I don't have to try. I don't think that these superstars have even contemplated the fact that they might lose.
I'm sure they haven't. That's not the kind of attitude you come in with and expect to pick up the win.
You're right about that, JR. If you can't see yourself having your arm raised by the referee when it's over, don't bother showing up. I wonder how far these superstars are willing to go to get the win here tonight.
As far as it takes, King. We seem to put their bodies on the line time and time again. And I'm sure tonight will be no different. I've got a feeling that this has all the makings of an instant classic.
That's probably just gas, JR.
Well, I did have some little local on the barbecue before tonight's show, but I don't think that's it, King.
I think look at that! He's bleeding like a stuck pig!
The referee had better get in there and take a look at that. We may need to stop this match.
Stop the match? Are you crazy, JR? It's just getting interesting. I thought I picked the winner before the match started, JR, but now I'm having second thoughts.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, King. Usually I wonder if you've even had first thoughts.
These superstars are going to tear each other apart.
That's exactly what the fans paid to see, King, and they're not going to go home disappointed. WWE's...
Here he goes, up the turnbuckle. This could be really good or really bad. I wonder how long these superstars will be able to keep this up.
They'll go as long as look at the confidence radiating off this superstar.
All I see is an overconfident superstar who's throwing away the match by not following up. It's matches like this that make this the greatest job in the world, JR.
Absolutely, King. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
I don't think I've ever felt more anticipation during a match than I am right now, JR.
I know what you mean, King. It's hard to find words to describe the electricity in the air here tonight.
No matter who wins this one, everyone's going to feel the effects of this match tomorrow.
No doubt about it, King. But if you win, you don't have to deal with hurt pride on top of it.
So come on, JR. Just between you and me, who are you pulling for in this matchup?
I'd like to see a clean victory by a superstar with a lot of heart and a lot of intensity who puts on the best performance possible for the fans, King.
So who do you think's going to win this match, JR?
I'm not even going to hazard a guess, King. These superstars are so unpredictable that would be just about the most foolish thing I could possibly do.
Oh boy, you might want to close your eyes, JR. This one could get ugly.
You're damn right it could. It could get bowling shoe ugly. And that's what this business is all about. It's not ballet, you know. You've got to ask yourself, how much punishment will these superstars be able to withstand tonight?
I don't know, JR, but I think they're pretty intent on finding out.
They certainly are. I don't know how it's going to end, but I can guarantee you they're going to leave it all in the ring.
Look at these superstars, JR. They absolutely refuse to be intimidated by each other.
There's a determined look in the eyes of these competitors. No one's giving an inch.
I don't think anyone's walking away from this match unscathed.
No doubt about it, King. This one's going to be hell on the anatomy.
Show off all you want, but it's not going to win you the match.
No, but getting the crowd behind you can certainly give you the edge.
I'd hate to be that referee, JR. Can you imagine having to tell one of these superstars no?
Boy, I think I've had nightmares about trying to do something like that, King.
Boy, these superstars have impressed the heck out of me here tonight.
Same here, King. We expected a solid match. We're seeing a great one unfold.
Remember, kids, whatever you do, don't try this stuff at home.
Absolutely not. Even these trained professionals wind up pretty badly banged up after a match.
These superstars are putting everything on the line here in this match.
They sure are, and they're doing it all for the WWE fans. Without them, there'd be no WWE.
Like these superstars are looking for an opening.
And the first one to find one will take control of this match.
I can't even imagine what these superstars will put each other through.
I don't think you'll have to use much imagination, King. I think they intend to show you right here tonight.
I think the best is yet to come in this match, JR.
I agree with you 100%. Whenever you put abilities of this caliber in a match together, it just gets better and better.
Let me tell you, JR, you won't see...
Here's your winner, Rey Mysterio.
A big bienvenue to our fans around the world from Montreal, Quebec. Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
And folks, let me assure you that tonight's show is a lot better than JR's French. Jeez.
Well, there's no question of that, King. These Montreal fans are ready to get started, and so am I. So what are we waiting for?
One. Boy, this John Cena is his own biggest fan. How come all of these rappers can't talk about anything except how great they are?
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, King. Cena's got some impressive accomplishments. Oh my, that security barricade didn't slow down these superstars one bit.
It sure didn't, JR. And these fans are getting an unexpected treat.
This is Raw action at its finest. That's why Raw is the #1 brand of sports entertainment.
You got that right, JR. You're not going to see this kind of action on SmackDown.
Not on SmackDown or anywhere else. There's nothing else out there that can come close to the excitement of seeing the Raw superstars perform live. He's a slippery devil.
These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King, and they're getting their money's worth tonight.
They sure are, JR. There's no question these superstars are earning their paychecks.
I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of their minds, King.
Are you sure they can afford it, JR? There's the reversal.
Look at him feeding off the energy from this capacity crowd. He's unstoppable.
You can't ever count on these fans, JR. They're fickle, and they'll abandon you in a heartbeat. I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking it easy on each other tonight.
That's not what they signed up for, King. And quite frankly, I think these fans would be disappointed if they didn't go all out.
Well, that's easy for the fans to say. They've never set foot inside that ring.
No, but they spend their hard-earned dollars to watch what goes on inside it. And without them, we'd all be out of a job.
Whoops! There goes the referee!
Oh, man! And now there's no one to keep order in this matchup. The referee is down, and now there's no one to maintain order in this match.
Where do they find these referees, JR? They seem to be awfully fragile.
Well, you can't ever accuse the WWE fans of being shy about saying what's on their minds.
You sure can, JR, and I don't think we'd have it any other way. What? You know, JR, everyone goes on and on about how great The Undertaker is, but I think he's overrated.
Dude,
look out! Head first, right into the barrier.
And let me tell you, folks, there's not a damn bit of give to that security barrier.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other. He's going for the pin. I think we're going to find out just how much punishment the human body can withstand here tonight.
I think you're right, King. These superstars seem intent on taking each other to the limit.
I love that attitude, JR. Go big or go home.
Well, these superstars sure aren't going home until this match is settled once and for all.
I can't believe he countered that one.
This match is going to continue until someone's completely debilitated. And considering the resiliency of these superstars, that's not going to be easy.
That's for sure. No one in this match is going down without a fight.
And I wouldn't expect any less from them, King. Like them or not, you've got to respect the tenacity of each and every WWE superstar. There aren't many superstars as diversely talented as John Cena. He's as good in the ring as he is on the microphone, and that's saying something.
I won't argue with you about Cena's mic skills. He sure can't talk a good game. But when it comes right down to it, I don't think he can back it up.
King, you're as crazy as a pet coon. Did you happen to notice how many times Cena's worn gold around his waist? Seems to me like he's got no problem putting his money where his mouth is.
I'm not sure I agree with what the crowd is chanting, JR, but I guess it's their right.
You're damn right it is. It comes with the price of admission.
You can look at any professional sport you want, JR, And you won't find more incredible athletes than the WWE superstars.
You're not wrong, King. They compete every week until they are physically incapable of continuing. There's no off-season in the WWE.
We're not talking about running a ball down a field or slapping a puck into a net. This is serious physical competition.
It sure is. The toughest athlete. He went straight for the pin. No flies on him.
Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's going to go.
What are you talking about, King? I think this is still an extremely competitive match that could go either way.
You know, JR, it's obvious that the only exercise you get is stretching the truth or jumping to conclusions.
Well, judging from the shape I'm in, I don't appear to be doing too much of either, King. You're looking pretty fit, though, I must say. This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
They sure are, JR, and I love to hear it.
Is there any superstar in WWE who can go toe-to-toe with that man, The Undertaker? I don't think there is.
Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? There's no way The Undertaker's going to win this match. Just look at him.
Oh, I am, King. I'm looking at one of the most awesome forces I've ever seen in a WWE ring. And I think the dead man's going to remind everyone tonight, this could be a pinfall.
1, 2. Oh, man, that was almost 3, JR. You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid gloves, that's for sure.
We knew we were going to see a heck of a match, but this might turn out to be...
He's taken every advantage in this matchup, and it looks like he plans on taking a few more. He's got his opponent in position. I think he's going for it.
No, it can't be! Not the FU!
He's got his opponent in a pinning predicament.
2, 3. I think it's pretty obvious.
Here's your winner, John Cena.
Welcome to Raw, live tonight from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I'm Jim Ross, here with Jerry the King Lawler.
I love Fort Lauderdale, JR, especially around spring break. Yoo-hoo!
Well, spring break only comes once a year, but Raw brings the excitement with it wherever we go, and tonight is no exception.
I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows it's been up there for so long that would be no easy feat.
It's like he read his opponent's mind. This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody would be wishing up daisies right now.
And you've got to admit, that makes for a much...
He must be looking for a weapon of some kind. I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of their minds, King.
Are you sure that... He's bringing the hammer down, JR!
He sure is, and the longer he holds that sledgehammer, the uglier it's going to get. My God, a thunderous blow from that sledgehammer.
Man, talk about getting hammered. I'll never understand what the big deal is about Batista. He's just another superstar with more muscles than brains as far as I'm concerned.
You couldn't be more wrong, King. I've always found Batista to be extremely intelligent. You don't often see anyone put anything past him in the ring or outside of it. A textbook reversal there.
Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their paths are going to cross sooner or later, and I'm glad I'm here to see it.
Me too. It almost makes it worth having to sit next to you and listen to those corny expressions of yours. What the heck is a government mule anyway?
It's what you get beat like when you're in the middle of a slobber knocker. And if you don't have the guts to stick around, you might run like a scalded dog with a case of the limber tape.
All right, enough! I'm getting a translator before I have to come out here with you again.
Sounds like this crowd's got something on their minds, King.
Who cares about them, JR? Look what's going on in the ring. Randy Orton is a genius, JR. As soon as he got what he needed from Triple H and Ric Flair, he turned on him and struck out on his own.
I think you've got a selective memory there, Kingfish. I seem to remember Triple H and Ric Flair turning on Orton and knocking some of the cockiness out of him when they did it.
Well, if that's true, it's just a matter of jealousy. And I think that's pretty sad, coming from two men who have more than 25 world title reigns between them.
The Game and Flair are no strangers to championship gold, but Orton won it younger than either one of them. And don't think he didn't let it go straight to his head either.
You always see the worst in people, JR. Why shouldn't Orton be proud of being the youngest world champion in WWE history? After some of the things we've seen in this ring, JR, I think we'd better remind the folks at home not to try this stuff themselves.
That's for damn sure, King. The WWE superstars are trained professionals.
And even they don't walk away from every match in the best shape.
They sure don't. We've seen more than one superstar taken out. There's no room for error when you're on the top rope. I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You've got to have some excellent conditioning to be able to do what they do.
Well, that's the name of the game, JR. You got to keep moving. No dog ever peed on a moving car.
Oh, that's a lovely image, King. I'd ask you where you come up with this stuff, but I don't think I want to know, quite frankly.
I'm so disgusted with Batista, JR. He could have stayed with Triple H and Ric Flair in Evolution and continued to ride the coattails of two of the greatest legends in this business. Instead, he threw it all away.
What are you talking about, King? Batista never rode anyone's coattails.
Look at that! He's bleeding like a stuck pig!
The referee had better get in there and take a look at that. We may need to stop this match.
Stop the match? Are you crazy, JR? It's just getting interesting. Wow! Listen to these fans, JR.
You can fool some of the people all of the time, and all the people some of the time, but there's no fooling the WWE fans at all. A reversal. Can he capitalize on it?
Man, is there even going to be anything left of these superstars by the time they're done?
Not if they have their way, King. Everything they came in here with tonight is going to be left in that ring, mark my words.
I hope these fans appreciate it, JR. These superstars are putting it all on the line for them right here tonight.
What a phenomenon is the animal Batista. You talk about a force of nature, you're looking at him right there.
Force of nature? More like freak of nature, if you ask me. The fact that Batista even considers himself a main eventer is ridiculous.
He's a multiple-time heavyweight champion, King. In my book, once you wear that title around... A big bienvenue to our fans around the world from Montreal, Quebec. Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
And folks, let me assure you that tonight's show is a lot better than JR's French. Jeez.
Well, there's no question of that, King. These Montreal fans are ready to get started, and so am I. So what are we waiting for?
I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I've got the look.
Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been obvious to me since the start of the match.
Oh, really? Well, then, why don't you just enlighten the rest of us, King?
No way. I can already tell this is going to be a great match.
My name is
ruin it. Oh, here we go.
To fight.
What a jerk. How about continuing the match?
I don't think he's in any hurry to end this one, King. And I don't think the crowd wants it to end either. He doesn't look too happy about it, but an elimination is an elimination. I think this crowd has decided to exercise the right of free speech. He's been removed from the ring and from contention in this match.
Boy, this John Cena is his own biggest fan. How come all of these rappers can't talk about anything except how great they are?
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, King. Cena's got some impressive accomplishments to his credit. I think he's got every right to be proud.
Well, you know what they say, JR. Pride go.
He just got tossed out rather unceremoniously, in my opinion. Look at Shawn Michaels. The future Hall of Famer has overcome so much adversity in his career. But the Heartbreak Kid's got more heart than anyone I've ever seen in this business.
You know, JR, HBK might be a living legend and all, but I wish he'd just keep his mouth shut, up and over and out. Eliminated.
Oh, for the love of open your eyes, Red. I can't believe he got away with that.
Well, you might not like it, JR, but he's going to do whatever it takes to win this one.
Billy hails from the Irish Isles, and I got to think that when they coined the term Fighting Irish, they had this lad in mind.
You might be right. I've never seen a guy who likes to fight as much as Finley.
And that's probably because he's damn good at it. He spent his whole life fighting, and every time he gets into that ring, he puts on a clinic.
Yeah, and most of his opponents wind up having to go to the clinic afterward.
Man, Al Smash Mouth is Marcus Corvon.
He's the alpha male. He's the top of the food chain. And they don't get any bigger or badder than him.
He countered that and made it look easy.
Just come small. Watch me do what I do.
I think these superstars are getting some feedback from the crowd, JR.
Nothing wrong with that, King. That's what we like to hear. That went nowhere.
He turned the tables on his opponent with that one.
He's taken every advantage in this matchup, and it looks like he plans on taking a few more.
If he's not the dirtiest player in the game, Jake, looks like his hopes of winning this one have been shattered, JR. I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows it's been up there for so long that... Did you see that? Ring the damn bell! You can't let somebody get away with that.
I don't think the ref saw it, JR. And if the ref doesn't see it, it's not illegal.
There he goes! He's out of the match!
Oh, man! That's going to change the tone of this match, JR.
Yeah, and not for the better either. I wish the ref would actually pay attention to what's going on.
I don't believe it! He's been eliminated!
These superstars are...
Wow! He wasn't too gentle about throwing him out. Watch out! He reversed it! Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's gonna go.
What are you talking about, King? This match has come to an abrupt end for that superstar. Excellent counter. What ring presence. And it's been reversed. What a phenomenon is the animal.
He took a ride over the top rope, down to the floor, and out of this match.
I'll tell you what, it wouldn't hurt my feelings one bit to see Nitro taken down a peg or three here tonight.
What have you got against Nitro, JR? He's young, he's talented, he's good looking. Talk about adding insult to injury, tossed out of the ring and the match.
Well, you can't ever accuse the WWE fans of being shy about saying what's on their minds.
You sure can, JR, and I don't think we'd have it any other way.
That's one fewer superstar in this match. This is Raw action at its finest. That's why Raw is the #1 brand of sports entertainment.
You got that right, JR. You're not going to see this kind of action on SmackDown.
Not on SmackDown or anywhere else. There's nothing else out there that can come close to the excitement.
Well, there's one less superstar in this match now.
He's not going to get caught with that one.
I don't think that these superstars have even contemplated the fact that they might lose.
I'm sure they have.
Over the top rope and down to the floor. That's an elimination. He saw that one coming.
He's a slippery devil. He calls himself SmackDown's MVP. But I think Montel...
Oh, sure. Now the fans start to cheer for him. Now that he's in the driver's seat.
Come on, King. He's had the crowd behind him all match. And now it's paying off. Oh, boy. The adrenaline is pumping. I think this could be the beginning of the end.
No, it can't end like this. Come on, do something quick. Listen to the crowd, JR. I think they've got something to say to these superstars.
That's it. The match is over for that particular superstar.
Uh-oh. Come on. You got to stop this guy before he really gets going.
I don't think that's going to happen, King. He's built up too much momentum to be stopped now. Look at him feeding off the energy from this capacity crowd. He's unstoppable.
You can't ever count on these fans, JR. They're fickle, and they'll abandon you in a heartbeat.
Look at the confidence
see is an overconfident superstar who's throwing away the match by not following up.
Is that? Yes, that's an elimination. It doesn't matter. He might as well start walking back to the locker room. He's out of this match.
After some of the things we've seen in this ring, JR, I think we better remind the folks at home. Now, that's it. He's out of the ring, and that means he's out of the match, too.
I'd be a lot more impressed by Ken Kennedy if I didn't think he was such a pompous ass.
Hey, when you're as great as Mr. Kennedy, it's hard to be humble, JR.
I've got a feeling that this has all the makings of an instant classic.
That's probably just gas, JR.
Well, I did have some good old Oklahoma barbecue before tonight's show, but I don't think that's it, King. I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of their butt.
Oh my gosh! He's been eliminated from the match! I think we're going to find out just how much punishment the human body can withstand here tonight.
I think you're right, King. These superstars seem intent on taking each other to the limit.
I love that attitude, JR. Go big or go home.
Well, these superstars sure aren't going home until this match is settled once and for all.
Yo, 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 yo. Pop a 40 and check your rollies.
You're not going to win a match by insulting your opponent.
No, but having the crowd behind you can certainly get the adrenaline. For the life of me, I'll never understand.
Man,
He's all fired up now, King, and I'd hate to be on the receiving end.
I don't think his opponent's got a hope of hurting him now.
Look at this! Look at this! You talk about a house of fire, you're seeing it right here!
Yeah? Well, somebody better put out that fire, or this one's not going to end well. I feel like we shouldn't even be talking during this match, JR. We should just silently admire the master.
This capacity crowd is solidly behind their superstar. Look at this!
Wow. Could you be any more biased, JR? How about some fair and balanced commentary? I'm not sure I agree with what the crowd is chanting, JR, but I guess it's on a telegraph that one. The Guerreros are a legendary family in this business, and Chavo might be the greatest of them all.
I've got all the respect in the world for the Guerreros, but if I were them, I'd make sure that his invitation to the family reunion got lost in the mail. A reversal. Can he capitalize on it? Kenny Daxter's first, and there's the elimination. What a reversal.
Man, look at the size of Umaga. What do you feed a guy to get him that big, JR?
I don't even want to guess, King, because it looks to me like Umaga's got a hungry eye on his opponent. Sounds like this crowd's got something on their minds, King.
Who cares about them, JR? Look what's going on in the ring. I think these superstars have a legitimate beef with each other, JR.
So do I, King. I'm not so sure their issues with each other are going to be solved with one match.
I hope not. I'd love to see them go at it again and again.
A lot of blood, sweat, and tears have been shed in that very ring.
And I think there's going to be a lot more shed here tonight.
No doubt about that, King. These superstars are going to leave it all in the ring. You can count on that.
Yo, 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 yo. Pop a 40 and check your rollies.
JTG's always
It's
giving
prime
shout-outs to
time.
his friends. Have you ever given a shout-out?
Well, you know, once I dropped a bowling ball in my foot, and I screamed like a pig under a gate. That's about as close as I've ever come to a shout-out. This match is going to continue until someone's completely debilitated. And considering the resiliency of these superstars, that's not going to be easy.
That's for sure. No one in this match is going down without a fight.
And I wouldn't expect any less from them, King. Like them or not, you've got to respect the tenacity of each and every WWE superstar.
Wow! Listen to these fans, JR. It's like he read his opponent's mind. Listen. One of the perks of being Mark Henry is that there aren't many people who can stop you from doing anything you want to do.
That's true. The world's strongest man is a terrifying human being, and he's capable of seriously injuring his opponents.
And that's supposed to be a bad thing? How many times do I have to say it? This is not ballet.
No one's saying that he is, but Mark Henry takes everything to new heights of viciousness.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody would be pushing up daisies right now.
And you've got to admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR.
It sure does. But I just hope these superstars can settle their differences in the ring and leave it at that. You're not going to get him with that one.
Any superstar shows the slightest hint of weakness, they've lost the match.
That's for sure. No matter how beat up you are, you can't ever let your opponent know the extent of your injuries.
And that's easier said than done, JR. The human body can only absorb so much punishment. I don't think I've ever seen a guy as well put together as the Masterpiece. He really is like a work of art.
Look, I don't know art.
Here's your winner,